But like in theory, if someone were a billionaire and they had like all this money, why wouldn't they just buy more of the thing they liked instead of dumping the thing they liked? Like if Bezos bought shares in Amazon, would you be pissed off? If Apple does a stock buyback and they buy more of their own shares in their company back from the public, which is a way to turn earnings into yield for the shareholders, do you get mad and yell at Apple? And so we had to come up with a word for this fan fiction fantasy, which is the opposite of a rug pull, called a magic carpet ride. And so if you're worried about risk of a rug pull, what weighted value have you given the risk of a magic carpet ride? And it's just hilarious to me.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another awesome day on Pulsechain. We're going to talk about quickly later today Pulsechain passive income on steroids. We're going to have a real focus on Hocus Pocus MasterWizard magic, and this is a really great site. It shows you up a lot of the dexes and the yields that you can earn as passive income. So we're going to check that out later on. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're also going to check out some news about Coast. Coast has got some big alpha coming now. Coast is our big fiat on-ramp, off-ramp onto Pulsechain, and they've got some big new news features and stuff coming. We're going to talk about that too, and a bit more. We're going to talk about potentially, I say potentially, there's over 200 protocols now on Pulsechain, or going to be launching on Pulsechain. So exciting times ahead. We're going to look at the new updated ecosystem for Pulsechain. Stay tuned for that. And of course, we're going to get into everything crypto and Pulsechain markets, as well as the Hex daily payouts if we can make it. All right, so let's see who else is in the chat here. We've got Fast Abdul in there as well with the camels, is it? And the dancing camels. Good to see Fast Abdul there. Creepy Coin, hello. Good to see Creepy Coin. Crypto Ignito in the house there. Yo. Good, welcome to the chat also. Pretty sunny day outside actually, and a special thanks to Eddie Havina. And congratulations on becoming a YouTube member, a Pulsechain, I think. So a big shout out. Now, you can join support on YouTube with some of the memberships, or you can get into Discord and support there, or you can do both. It's really up to you. All the support is well appreciated, of course, as we cover Pulsechain and Hex every day, literally every day. Howdy, Suitman and family, says Brennan. Hey, Brennan, good to see you in the house there. We got Eddie says, beautiful day to be a Pulsechain, moon bound, says Eddie. I like that. And I hope you guys are encouraged by Richard Hart's Magic Carpet Ride video, which I always love playing. What else there? What's up, Hexkins? What's up? Tin Top, good to see you in the house. We got Summer Daryl, and hey, Summer, it's been a while. Good to see you, Summer. And what a lovely name, isn't it? Summer, especially in the winter, because it's always summer in the winter. So a beautiful name. Good to see you, Summer. Hope you're doing well. Wookie is a MasterWizard Jedi. There we are. Some sweet poetry from Wookie. Actually, we kind of knew what that meant. If you haven't joined our Discord, there is the Strategy Club. That's a specialty on multi-chain club. We're going to have another session this weekend, so stay tuned for that. What else there? And a pulse to the moon there from Adrian. Hey, Adrian, good to see you in the house, and welcome. All right, let's get straight into it. We're going to start with the stock market as always. Bam, and let's go. So stock market had a good day in the office again. Really has been doing well there. Dow Jones is down 0.25%. Not the best start there, of course. Down 99 points, 37,806. But the tech stocks have been doing very well. So the S&P 500 is up 0.08%, 4 points to 4,868. And the NASDAQ is up 3600%, 56 points to 15,481. So NASDAQ looking pretty good. Let's have a look at the max chart on there and see what that looks like. Yeah, we're climbing. It's not far away from the all-time high, is it? Previous high, it looks like we're at a double top at least. We're at 15,644, so we're not far away from that. What's that, about another 150 points or so? Man, double top coming in for the old NASDAQ there. Let's look at the commodities. West Texas is at $75. Brent oil at $80, and gold there at 2016, and silver at $22. Most of them up slightly, except for Brent oil down a little bit there, but they're ticking away. That brings us into the economic news, of course. Treasury yields rise ahead of US PMI data there. Treasury yields inched higher as stronger manufacturing and services data for January came in, continued to point to underlying strength in the economy, suggesting there is a need for speed on federal. There isn't a need, for speed on Federal Reserve rate cuts. In other words, pushing out a bit longer. Adding to the bets on bonds, which trade inversely to yields, was a softer than expected 5-year Treasury auction, which tailed the win issue of course, the interest rate changes by 2 basis points, pointing to weaker demand. Still, fourth quarter GDP on Thursday and December personal consumption expenditure data on Friday could filter into the Federal Reserve's thinking. So that is some of the economic news coming out this week. So not pretty light commentary, but nevertheless, that is what's happening. Let's go to the Fed rate monitor, see how far close we are. 6 days and 19 hours away from the Fed meeting. So that's on January the 31st at 2 p.m. Eastern time, the first one for the year. Of course, we're not expecting any change in the federal funds rate. It's going to stay at 5.5 from the looks of it. And that is on January. March as well. The majority expecting it now to stay unchanged. So that's, turned around, isn't it? For 60%. And May there, well, May's just over 80% expecting a pivot, but we might not actually get it till June. We've got 100% of the market expecting June there. So May at the earliest, but more likely June, I think. We'll see how we go. It depends on the economic data, but so far that's kind of been a bit more robust in favor of maybe rates up for slightly longer. And then probably recession second half of the year is kind of where I'm pinning it at the moment. So far, so good. So that is the economic news. That brings us to the crypto. Bitcoin there at 40,167. That is up 1%, and the dominance there is at 49.44% for BTC. So nice to see it back over 40K. That's kind of positive. Ethereum there at 2,237, down 1/3%, and that was down like, what's that, a couple percent, 4% yesterday, something like that. So yeah, we were all the way up at 2,700, down at 2,237 there. So you can get some more Ethereum with your fiat, and that's kind of a bullish thing. Take the opportunity while you can. I'm not financial advice, of course. BNB down a little bit there, down 1.76%. Solana is looking good there, up 5.5%, $88.62. What they say, the old venture capitalist chain there, VC chain. ICP seems to be up 10.8%, and that is at $11.63. That's been a pretty good performer, hasn't it? And Lido looks like it's up a little bit here as well, 6.6%. Otherwise, subpar, pretty much everything's kind of green, and maybe we're getting a bit of a turn of event after the big sell-off, and now you're calming down now. Nice to see Bitcoin around over 40,000 though for the calm down. That bodes well for the future. We're going to be talking about the BTC a bit more in detail. This is Bitcoin here on Coinbase, and we got the daily candles in play. We bounced off pretty much 38,500. Remember, we did have support down at 3,800. 3,800 was the support here, horizontal support, since we'd broken down all the moving averages, and we have managed to bounce back over 40, and 40 is a pretty important milestone there to get support from, and so far so good. It's kind of where we are at this stage. Obviously, let's put the overlays on, and it's been a little while now. It's 8 working days, I think it is, for the BTC to be ETFs to be operating, and we're going to get into the results for that, so let's do it. Here we are with Eric Balkunas there, Bloomberg analyst, of course. Total rolling net flows down to 983 million, as 9 losses a bit of ground, despite GBTC flows being slightly less bad. So all the other NFTs basically are doing well. GBTC had the big outflows, obviously FTX as well, being slightly bad there. IBIT and FBTC retain a 1 billion week pace, which is doing pretty well, which only one other ETF on Earth operates at, and that's a VOOO. Near lock to hit. Also, this shows volume and discount may emerge as best predictors of the flow coming later. And of course, here we are from James Steffert, the other Bloomberg analyst which we've been following, with the cool charts. And you can see grayscale there on the outage there. So down almost 4 billion on the 8-day flows. And but it's been bigly offset there by IBIT and FBTC, so Fidelity and BlackRock. And of course, that's 1.8 billion positive, 1.6 billion. So really the net out there, as Balkahunas has talked about, so far the rolling aggregate flow there is a positive 982 million. So almost a billion there through the Bitcoin ETF. So Grayscale, it looks like it's slowing down a bit there. And once it does, then, we're probably on the ascendancy again, which is probably a good reason why, Bitcoin's back at this 40K. So looking good so far. As well. There we go. So that is some of the background behind some of the Bitcoin moves there. Now, obviously, we're getting closer and closer to the Bitcoin halving. So let's quickly check out the Bitcoin halving here. We are, about 81, 82 days away from the Bitcoin halving in April. So that's getting ever so close. This doesn't creep up on you. And of course, we're expecting, if you look at the previous charts, we're expecting to, rally out of that. And it's going to be interesting to see where we have the interest rate pivot, how that affects the stock market and how that affects the Bitcoin move out of the halving as well. We may see some separation between those markets. Hopefully, stock market holds up during the year. That's all we kind of need it to do. And then the crypto market can have its big rally that we're all expecting with all the perfect lineup of news that we've had so far. We've also got, obviously, Ethereum. So let's talk about Ethereum too. Let's go to Ethereum here. And Ethereum, we've got the price come back down to 2,163, basically support levels. What was previously resistance around 2,100 has been a lot of support. You see a lot of these lines coming back down to that range. We're pretty much in that zone at the moment. We bounced off that as well, and we haven't got back over the 50 EMA, but we've definitely got some support there from that horizontal support there at 2,100. So far, so good. And of course, we have coming up in May, we have the expectation of approvals of the Ethereum ETFs. There's about 7 or so of those, and that would be bullish for Ethereum, as well as proto-dank sharding, which is currently underway. And of course, that's going to be approved. Proto-dank sharding should be the final testnet should be the 7th. So that's in here. So not too far away from that. How many days away is that? That's if everything keeps going on track. Obviously, they had some hiccups on the first day on Gorilla testnet. So that's another 2 weeks. And then, of course, we're expecting probably by March, maybe March the 1st to March the 15th there, to have a proto-dank sharding upgraded on mainnet if it all goes well on the 3 testnet works. So that's going to be about the moment. So March and May, the bullish events for Ethereum, aren't they? So there we go. And, of course, if proto-dank sharding is successful in March, that particularly feeds in well for optimism and Arbitrum and things like that. So maybe worthy of being in your blue chip portfolio as well. So that is Ethereum and that. So let's move on. We're going to get into Richard Hart, of course, and the Pulsechain. Before we do that, let's welcome a few more people. See who else has jumped in here. We've got Steak Hex. Hit the likes, Hex homies. Let's get all gangster on that. Yeah, smash the likes. Definitely do that. QQ in the house as well. Let's go. Incentive token gonna 100x is QQ. Yeah, it's certainly looking pretty powerful and positive there, QQ. So definitely in the ballpark. PWC is live Pulsechain wrap Bitcoin. Yeah, it's starting to move a little bit, isn't it? They're a Tropa dev as well as a Tropa. So we're going to be talking about that later on as well. Very, very cool. All right, let's get back to it. Pulsechain. Where we are. This is Richard Hart. He put this out earlier today. GoPulse.com, and of course excited about the yield, about the Hex and Pulsechain turning around pretty nicely. So we're going to get into that as well. He's had 55,600 views on that so far. We always like that 55 number, so that's pretty cool. And let's get into the updated numbers. So this is pretty much wrapping up day 257, and we've still got green candles on at the moment. 000111 for Pulse, up 2.4%, 11% above the sacrifice price and the pre-SEC price as well. We're finding the SEC price there, at least coming in as support, which is kind of cool as well. It's going to be looking good so far. PulseX there as well, quadruple 0406. A long way to go to get back to mean sacrifice price. The last rally gave a good go at it, but we're up 2.53% at the moment. And the buy and burn just keeps ticking away, up and away. 278 billion now has been bought up and burned. 3.31% of the public supply. So that is just slowly creeping up, which is really nice to see. And we're still really early in the bull market cycle. So I'm bullish on that one. But yeah, man, we've got to get back to 0001. That's our first kind of big target pre-CC. And yeah, I think there's a lot of upside in PulseX. And of course, continues to be the case. We've got Power City Earn Protocol coming up to launch. So that's going to be bullish as well. So for PulseX. Incentive token as well. Yeah, massive upside based on the last rally we saw. Looks super bullish, and we're at 19,272. And of course, at $2.13, we're up 4.67% at the moment. Obviously, that benefits from the ratio going up in Pulse, and also Pulse price going up as well. So you get these big price movements there. We got over 22 million in supply, so that sort of scarcity narrative plays well in for the incentive token. And of course, any code enhancements and any DAO or anything like that may be of some benefit to incentive token as well. We'll see what happens in the future with that space. A lot of speculation around that too, although I think it's quite a distant speculation. But anyway, could happen anytime. We got 118,000 burn through TRH protocol from Jacob's ecosystem. Obviously, PulseBot doing extremely well at the moment, and Jacob's ecosystem to continue to grow as one of the leaders in DeFi on Pulsechain. Arguably, maybe even the most advanced. So we'll see how we get on there. PHEX there is at 1.56 cents, down 4.56% there. EHEX is at 8400th of a penny, pretty much the same as yesterday. Combined price of EHEX and PX just down slightly from yesterday at 2.4 cents there. Man, we just haven't had a chance to break that 3 cents combined, really. The last go was not too bad. We got to about 3.1, 3.2, but back down we came. And the RSI was overheated, so probably no surprises there. And yeah, but once it breaks that 3, man, game on for Hex. Game on for Hex. Yeah, 3 cents critical, I think. Critical number. 1 cent was, 3 cents is next. 3 cents really opens up the bigger moves. 5 cents, 7 cents, 10 cents really starts to cascade once you start breaking those higher numbers. So yeah, keep an eye out on that for the combined price. So that's day 257. Let's go to the charts. Here is the Pulse chart there. Looking really good, actually, doesn't it? We've got that nice rally pullback here. Got a nice bullish sort of hammock here. And that we've powered back up here as well. So yesterday we got down as low as quadruple 0962. We sort of pierced that mean sacrifice price and SEC price. But now we're back up over nice and strong at 00011. The RSI, of course, got to cool off a little bit there at 59. Let's see if it can track along here without getting too over bought. And then, of course, we're going to be watching the MACD. Not quite over yet. We really want to see a fake out here and let that cross back up so we can continue on this bullish move. But we're certainly looking good on the 50 EMA. We got a golden cross back here, and that's bullish. So this is looking good, this chart, in my view. So onwards and upwards for Pulsechain. All right, we're going to come back to that later on, though. We got quadruple 0400, a pretty similar story here on the old PulseX, and the RSI there pulled back to 58. And of course, we got a different here. We haven't got the 50 and the 200 day. We've got a shorter time frame. We've got the EMA cross with the 8-day and the 21-day, and still looking bullish here, and still arguably looking bullish here as well. So kind of looking good on PulseX. In fact, did I have the Bollinger Bands? Let's go to the Bollinger Bands. Yeah, we've come back down and touched the middle of the Bollinger Bands there. Pretty sure that's the middle of the Bollinger Bands, and we're back up. So that's kind of cool on the Bollinger Bands. Let me hide that again. Bam. So another good indicator there. Moving to incentive token, $2.11. And yesterday I forgot to do the ratio, but we're at 19,192. A real battle going on here today. We got up to 20,555. And yeah, yesterday we got all the way down to 19,100. We're at 19,192 at the moment. Sorry, we got down to 16,800 yesterday, but we're now at 1,901. So this is looking pretty good as a fight back. So bring it on. Looking good there. Pre-Hex, of course, down today. The weaker of the two, kind of lagging and leading. We had a bit of leading, but mostly lagging at this stage, but still looking pretty good here. We had our bullish EMA cross, and we're just coming back to touch the 21, the 3-day week there. That should give us a bit of support at this level at 1.5 cents, and hopefully we can bounce off that just like the other charts. That'd be a very, very bullish sign. Because previously we had always come back down, right? Come back down. Obviously, we're after the change where we rally and then we don't come down that far, right? We come back, test the level of support, and then we're back off to the races, right? And the chart does kind of feel good for that. So I'll be keeping a lookout for PX on that one. The RSI definitely is cooled off right back down to 53. So good move there. Test the 50 back on the upside. Let's see how we go. The MACD, let's hope for a fake out here. Looking for a little fake out here and curl back up. Maybe something like this move here. Nice and short, and then back on the ascendancy again. Let's see how we go. Looking good to me. EHEX as well is down at 8200th of a penny. And of course, here testing at the moment the 3-week moving average here on the EMA. So yeah, we might have a little fake out here. They look a lot weaker than PX at the moment, but the upside, of course, is a lot higher as well on the old EHEX. All right, so that's some of the cool charts there. We've got the combined price EHEX and PX at the moment, 2.4 cents. Like I say, we failed to break that 3 cent really. We got up to 3.13 cents here. Yeah, let's see if we can keep a higher low here and finally break that 3 cents. That'd be pretty cool. We failed to do it in October. Let's see if we can do it this time, January. That'd be pretty neat. And of course, I think we've got the momentum with us now. Looking very nice. And of course, the amount of funds over the bridge, very, very good. We've gone up like, what, $40 million or so, maybe $45 million since then. All right, so let's go into the bridge now that we're talking about it. 121.3 million, so looking pretty good. We did have 2 days ago, I think we're up at 125, but we'll keep a tabs on that and look out for more funds coming over the bridge. Wink, wink. Let's see how we go there. Validators at the moment still doing pretty good. 52,495 with 4 entering. 1.68 trillion off the market, which is really nice. What I say, that's about 10.5, heading towards 11% of the total supply, which is kind of neat. We add liquid loans onto that. We're up around 16.5, 17% off the market on Pulse, which is kind of cool. What else? 404,000 beats. So yeah, the GWAI is a bit higher today. That's what, about twice as high as normal. So a bit of higher GWAI, just as we're looking at it here as a snapshot. Pulsex swap there. Is that the most expensive one we've seen for a while? 0.2 of a penny. It feels like it. And of course, Pulse there is at 900th of a penny, and 3/10 of a penny for a PRC20 PRC20 transfer. So we have dropped down 652 times cheaper than Ethereum. Ethereum has jumped up from yesterday. It's at $10 a swap, and there we're 2,600 times cheaper than Bitcoin. $2.47 to send Bitcoin, depending on what transaction you're doing, right? How fast you want to get it done, all that sort of stuff. So across the board, we're pretty much cheaper than everybody, except for Monero. We're only about 4% bigger, cheaper there. So Monero being competitive today. So that is kind of cool on the old gas prices. And I think that's it. So let's move on. That's day 257. We're about to start day 258. And of course, we've got lots of stuff coming. So let's get into that. We are expecting, if we go full screen here, we're expecting the Magic Carpet Ride project potentially to be launching this weekend on Barista. So we are expecting that to happen this weekend. So fingers crossed. That'll be a front end for liquid loans, and of course has auto balancing plus a new Bean token. So we'll see how we get on. We'll be covering that as it launches. So big shout Magic Carpet Ride. All fingers crossed that they able to launch that on that time. So that's the next one coming up there. That leads us into the other protocols. The other categories. We're going to talk about the top PRC ERC20s. There's been some fun action here, by the way. PDI, I've been talking about that, right? Yeah, look at it. It's going. Gone. And it's not quite gone yet, but it's going. We're at 1196. Nice little move up here today. So good calls here on Hex Token channel, Superman Crypto, Pulsechain YouTube. It really is starting to beat out the resistance. Looks like it's about to go. Be interesting to see how high. The RSI is pretty cool at 63, so it's got a bit of room to move on the RSI, and the RSI has had a kind of an uptrend there. Let's see how we get on. So far so good on PDI. Wrap Bitcoin too. I've always said, the narrative of Bitcoin rallying over bull market. Maybe it gets to 180, 400,000. Who knows? This bull market, a 3x or more seems reasonable on Bitcoin. What will it do to wrap Bitcoin on Pulsechain? So it's at $58 at the moment, just chumming around the bottom down here. I'm sure it's going to move at some stage. So we'll keep an eye on that one. What else there? Treasury Bill had a good day today. This is not a fork copy coin, of course. It's a new token, 36%. up today, so looking pretty good on Treasury Bill. Let's look at that. Yeah, real nice pump today on Treasury Bill, doing pretty well. The other one, Atropa, of course, up 32. Some people say PDI's big brother or something like that, but there we are. PDI back up. Atropa back up at 1 cent. So looking really good as Atropa. Nice uptrend there too, and looks like it's about to break even higher, right? On this resistance zone right now. Break up even higher there. Maybe get to 1400. Then maybe test 1700. So keep a lookout for that. RSI still got room to move, 64, and the trend is your friend there. Now these are more speculative, of course, but they are the ones that are moving at the moment. Teddy Bear is obviously up as well, and at 7016.80 at the moment. So that is a Teddy Bear actually going back up to its previous highs, which was back up here at 2500. Currently 1680. Could probably move pretty quickly there. Keep an eye out for that one. So maybe some easy speculative gains. Obviously not financial advice. The two big meme coins, SHIB is pretty much flat today. What else there? Peppy is up 6% today. So a little bit of a move for Peppy coin. And yeah, it does look like it's trying to move higher here. Got a higher low. We'll see how we get on. Really got to break the current area where it is. Maybe get over 1200. And then up to 1500. So that's kind of the mark there to break higher for Peppy. What else is interesting here? I think that's it. Oh, Plutos is up 12% there. I think that's it. So we're going to move on from the PRC 20s and top PRC 20s and move on to meme coins. Meme coins had a bit of action as well. We're going to sort by liquidity. We can see Blast is up 4% there. Axis Alive is up 2% to 18,000. We got No Token from Randy Alasky up 2.85%. We got Mega there, Make Ethereum Great Again up 10%. Reflux up 8%. And Poor Pleb from Hexy Bastard up 6.5%. Hex Orange Address is that A-Bits one, I think, up 4.5% there. What else there? We got Dogecoin there. I think this is Jeff Kadakis' Dogecoin from Trust Swap there. That is at 14%. We got this Duck Token, some of these meme tokens that just launched randomly. These ones here down 12%. I think that they come in and they spammed us yesterday in the chat. I think they did. But there we are. That's down. Ben. Now, you guys know I talked about Ben, right? So doing Pulsechain and doing Hex video this week. I don't think they're out yet, though. But the market already moved. So isn't that funny? I talked about this being an opportunity. I said it was speculative, but there, look, it just got powered up. This is on the hourly there. So good call again here on Hex Token channel. And bam, BitBoy Ben token got pushed up higher there. So some interesting times. Now we'll see. I don't think the video is out yet on Hex and Pulsechain. Doing two of them. He's got about 60,000 followers. Obviously, he's rebuilding his following after getting chucked out of his own channel stuff, which I guess they kind of went commercial. And he got ousted there for various reasons. Now you can decide what they were. We're a no drama channel. We'll try to keep away from that. But that is kind of the play there at the moment. So, BitBoy Ben, another good call that has moved here. So this is a cool thing. You're watching Hex Token Superman Crypto. We're covering virtually all these tokens. So we do happen to pick up an eye on quite a few of them. And even though there's a lot of speculation, you have a lot of big opportunity to pick up some of these opportunities, which we're pretty much covered virtually most of them, except for some extremely speculative, really extreme speculation ones. But so far, so good. More token from Trayvon, up 4.6%. This new Trump token that's out there, up 84%. Obviously, very small liquidity, 7,000. Obviously, people are jumping on the bandwagon with some of these names like Duck and Trump and things like that. Obviously, Trump with the election there. That is up 82% at the moment. Very small liquidity, though. Very small retail play and speculative there. Let's see. Has it got many red flags? It's got 16 red flags, but it's 155 rockets. So it seems to be ticking away there. And I think we got spam in yesterday for that in the chat as well, didn't we? So that's pretty much it. People are in up 3%. It's kind of where we are at the moment on the meme coins. Let's go to the main event. Other than Richard Hart tokens, of course, is Pulsechain projects. There we go. Let's have a look at how they're doing. This is where most of the value really comes from Pulsechain over time. So at the moment, we've got, let's see what's standing out here. I'm not going to cover everything. We got BBC token on Pulsechain is up 15% to 3.8 cents. So that's actually a nice little move there. I do think that Hexy Bastard did have a live stream earlier today. So that may have helped as well. PLSP, Pulsepot up 15%, $4.13. As I said to you, Jacob, probably one of the most innovative devs on the Pulsechain ecosystem has done a really good job with this, and the tokenomics looks much better, and everything is ticking along quite nicely, and enhancements to the PulseBot site, so that's been going pretty well as also. Remember, PulseBot is the world's first peer-to-peer crypto casino. It's full DeFi, and so far so good. More games coming, of course, and enhanced tokenomics. The buy and burn, of course, doing very well, and the price looking pretty good, $4.11. Liking where this is going so far. All right, what else we're going to talk about? Mintra, they're up 5%, one of the top 5 NFT marketplaces. Pulse Reflections up 22% at the moment. It's a kind of a decent little move for Pulse Reflections. Yeah, it had come down from its last rally. Looks like it's back up again today on the old Pulse Reflections. Obviously, it's the tax token, so you earn a lot of fees through trading. I think they reached $1 million only a couple of days ago in terms of earnings that people had made off that. So, you know, pretty good on that one. What else is looking interesting here? B9. Wow, B9. So Papa B's safety token, a big pump on B9 today. Look at that, 00049, so almost 0005 on this chart. So looking pretty good there. It is just looks like it's trying to break out of its current sort of sideways channel and breaking through that resistance. A very critical point, but does break through this. Could have nice little pump coming out the other side, and it's way off its all-time high back here. Had some quite a big volatility. Only 22k liquidity, take that into account. 30 makers that are trading, but yeah, definitely looks like it may have a little breakout here. If it can do that, wow, could be nice little gains there. Obviously, noting into account the liquidity size. Only $587 of volume, so not a lot of volume. Real little retail play there for sure. But B9 ticking away. What else? I think that's it pretty much. Weight token from Coast is up, which is funny because we're going to be talking about that. This has got a small liquidity pool in here, but that is up at 1/1600th of a penny. Having a nice little uptrend there too. And Weight token, and why not? Because they are building new stuff to the protocol, which is pretty cool. That is pretty much it today. So we're going to leave it there on the tokens. We're going to get into the news. Should we do that? Should we get into the news? I think we will. But let's see if I can bring up the token that I'm looking for first. Let's go to HOC, Hocus Pocus. So we're going to be talking about Hocus Pocus. So we might as well bring up their chart. This is the daily chart for Hocus Pocus. Man, actually looking pretty good. Obviously, it had a huge start, like many charts in crypto. Came back up here, came back down again, and back up, and looking actually pretty good there. 6 zeros, 8,348, 37k liquidity, and 812 volume. So a very low volume, but they are coming out with some pretty badass stuff for passive income. So let's have a look at that. So we've got 3,300 followers here on X social platform, and of course they are coming out with more products all the time. The one I like to see is, of course, is the farming wizard, which we're going to talk about. So let's jump over to the website for Hocus Pocus, and you can see them navigating. What this means is that basically, as the title of the video, is Pulsechain passive income on steroids, which is amazing. So imagine having, instead of going to individual dexes and farms and stuff like that, you can just come to Hocus Pocus and check out their MasterWizard, which is pretty magical and allows you to hunt down some of the best yield, and you can find the right balance for you. Obviously, there's impermanent loss issues and things like that taken into account, the platforms that you're going on, the security and safety, things like that. But once again, it's a one-stop shop. You've got everything there. You can quickly check out who's offering the best yields. Is that something I want to do or not? So really, really cool. You don't have to jump on so many sites. So here we are on hocuspocus.finance website. And, of course, I'm going to post you a link to that if you want to check it out. This is Hocus Pocus. And Hocus Pocus. And bam. Let me just paste that. And bam, oh, there it is. So that's Hocus Pocus website, and you can access to the stuff that I'm looking at the moment. And of course, they have a number of things. They have Pulse Market, which is one of the 5 NFT markets out at the moment. They also have the HOC app, and they've got a lot of GameFi, DeFi opportunities on there. We're going to go to the app, click on the app there, and of course, here we are. So they've got the dashboard. You can see that there, HOC on Pulsechain. You can buy HOC, of course. They got their boosters and their cauldrons, right? So you can click on those as well. Actually, I don't even think I'm logged on, so let me just do that. Let me go to Pulsechain. Let me have a look here. Pulsechain. Where's my Pulsechain gone? Should be up the top here somewhere. And let's log on. Bam. All right, let's connect and bam, let's go. All right, I have no cauldrons. No, it's just a play wallet, right? So there we are. Just use it for YouTube. But there we are. You have no boosters for Bring. Yeah, I'm not participating in those. But if you've got a wallet, this is only a play wallet. So if you connect, you can also get into the DeFi stuff, the GameFi. But Farming Wizard. Now this is the main product we're looking at the moment. You can check out all the others yourself. But they've got all the farms. Look at this. Woohoo! Pulsechain farms at the top here. And you can find all the yields and everything, all the details that you need straight off the bat. Isn't that cool? Rentomania there, different Texas, Orange Grove, lots of cool stuff in here. So very cool 9-inch farms. Got all the yields on there if you want to check those out. Daytona Finance, of course. We've covered that in the past. What else is there? Lots of cool, all the different farms, indexes and stuff. Spark Swap. So pretty cool. Now you can go through all those, of course, and you can hunt down the best yield, but you can use the filters, right? So you got custom filters here. You click on custom, and you'll be able to filter out the different protocols. So you can just choose. Maybe I just want to look at PulseX. Maybe I just want to look at 9-inch. Maybe I want to look at Pulsechain. Now Pulsechain has been added today, so this is kind of the big news there. Pulsechain there, I think it's been added today, so that's kind of cool. And you can quickly search. Now you can search for farms. Pools or all. You can click for staked, unstaked, stakeable, or all. So you can really play around with these active, finished. Maybe you had something that finished. You're wondering, oh, is that finished? Do I have to pull my liquidity out or something like that? Then you can check that out too. We can just click on active there. So lots of really cool stuff there. And of course, you can search by protocol there. Maybe you just want to search 9-inch farms. You can do that. And we'll just bring up 9-inch, and you can look at the different yields, APRs, the daily APR. If you've got some assets in there already for the wallet that you've connected with, total liquidity, your share, the amount that you've got to claim, all sorts of stuff like that. So it's really cool, a one-stop shop for that. Pretty neat indeed. So looking good. Let me see what else we've got in here. Now, I'm not sure if they have a ranking. I'm not sure if they have a sorting. You can change the view that you've got, but I'm not sure if they have a ranking by the returns. Can't see that here, but if they had that, that'd be a really nice addition. I'm not sure if they're, if they had a ranking by yields, that'd be pretty cool too. Maybe something like that. Maybe it's a bit sophisticated, but that is kind of the play. You can check out all the yields manually anyway. So that's kind of cool there from Hocus Pocus. So I just want to point that out today. Passive income on steroids really does help you with tools like this to find the best yields. So very cool there. And at the moment, nice little chart too for Hocus Pocus as well, given their other products that they've got. So that is cool. The other one, of course, is that we talked about is the weight token. So let's go down a weight token, which seems like that was moving today. Up 14% today on a Coast. Let's have a look at this. So Coast does look undervalued, and it looks like it's about to break out, doesn't it? It does look like it's pushing, and we have been in a sort of sideways channel, and it does look like it's we're up against resistance here, 00168. I don't have the RSI in here. Let's pull up that up RSI and see what that gives us an idea as well. Okay, it's sort of up near the top there, but maybe it's got enough room to move. It might come back down again though. So let's see what happens. RSI not fully. I like if the RSI was down closer to like 55 or something. Definitely have a chance, but might face a bit of resistance here. But we'll see how we get on. Can break out sometime and just move into the overbought territory, and then maybe come back and test that for a little while in terms make it support rather than resistance. So getting pretty close, I think. Wait to a breakout. It's getting closer and closer all the time. Now, obviously, Coast is coming out with more products. Obviously, today you can now buy Hex directly with cash. So obviously, Coast is the direct on-ramp, off-ramp to Pulsechain. So you can now buy Hex directly with cash. So that's pretty cool. Now, if you want to use Coast, they've got 99 countries now around the world can use a Coast to directly on-ramp fiat onto Pulsechain through either their CSD stablecoin, or you can use on-chain stuff as well. They can cross-chain stuff from Ethereum, Pulsechain, things like that, different tokens. So they've got lots of different swapping and buying features now. But now you can buy with USD. You can see that in the image, USD there. You can buy Hex directly now as well. So you can buy Pulse, PulseX, Hex, and wait with your USD from your US digital account. So if you bridge on through your banking service into Coast, you'll be able to do that. And Brian's links in the video description. If you use Brian's links, also you get 5,000 weight tokens for free, which is kind of cool as well. And I believe they don't have any fees on at the moment for this also, so it was pretty cheap. So a nice one there. Yeah, Coast looking pretty good. So that is cool. But there's more news, folks, and this is pretty cool. So there's more news than that. They came out with this only 21 hours ago. A little bit of a sneak here. I'll just let the video play. You can read the words as we go. But let me just mute the sound there, but you can read the words. Coming soon, let's get native stablecoins on Pulsechain. Now, obviously, you know I'm a big backer of stablecoins because I know that of the impact it's going to have on Pulsechain in the bull market. And, of course, we've got CST from Coast, fiat back one. We've got USDL from Liquid Loans. We're going to have PXDC from Power City coming out pretty soon. And then I've been covering pretty full-on PUSD Algo, which is a open sacrifice at the moment with 75% of the sacrifice proceeds going into the stablecoin system within the first day. So I'm very bullish about that. And that's also another one of Jacob's ecosystem projects, obviously PulsePot and TYRH, TYCC and other projects. So a big innovator on Pulsechain. So very excited about where that's going to head. Anyway, looks like Coast has got something up their sleeve here. And of course, one of the little key lines here is swap stables for profit. So that's pretty exciting. What's it all going to mean? But anyway, that is coming. Let's get more native stable coins on Pulsechain coming soon. So a little bit of a teaser there from Coast. And maybe that is the final straw for the price chart. Maybe it will just absolutely break out from here. So keep your tabs on the old weight token there. The market cap is 2.4 million. And I think they've bridged around about $3.5 to $4 million over so far through the Coast there. So onwards and upwards, their target is 15 million. So if you want to use that and bridge directly on Pulsechain, definitely consider using Coast and maybe even the token weight token. Very nice speculative asset as they continue to bring more features and services to Pulsechain. And let's see what they have in the space here for stablecoins. Going to be fun to see. So there we go. That's Coast. I'll give you a link to that if you want to check it out. But once again, check that out. And let me just retweet this as well. Retweet that. Bam. And check it out. Let me post that. Bam, bam, bam. That's Coast. That's the tweet that I just looked at. So kind of cool. A new big service from looks like coming to Pulsechain. You got to love it. I love the innovation from these teams. So dedicated and doing a great job there. All right, so that's kind of cool. But wait, there's more. Yes, there's more, folks. Before we get into what's more, though, let's get back in the chat and say hello to a few other people that have jumped in. We've got to be talking about the Pulsechain ecosystem in full with the latest map out at the moment. So that should be good. Let's see what other comments we've got here. We've got Craig Pittenhouse there. Morning, everybody. Good to see Craig Pitt. QQ says, I'm stoked. What? I'm stoked for the Earn protocol. Yeah, Power City Earn protocol going to be massive on Pulsechain. The next big blue chip coming for sure. Garcia says, hey, Trump team. Yeah, good to see you back again. We're not here just trying to spam. Okay, that's cool. I covered it anyway today, Garcia, so it is on my list. So it's no need to bump it. I will talk about it as we go. We're just passionate about Pulsechain and the community. I'm sorry, that's all good. It is on my list, so I did add it to the list of meme coins, so all good. Good evening, everybody. Check my pulses in the house. Good to see you as well. DB Sen says, I didn't know your rules. Sorry for mentioning you guys are coming in again. Just a big fan and wasn't trying to be annoying. All good. What else there? We got QQ says, have you heard of a caviar? It's pretty cool. Just holding it earns me PX passively in there. Yeah, I think I heard it some time ago, possibly, but just can't remember now. But I'll try and check that out later on. Mega ha says QQ. What else we got going on in there? Let's jump in here. We got QQ says, I think I got some Hocus Pocus. Yeah, a lot of people have coins and they forget about them having the coins. That's kind of hilarious when people say, oh, actually, I think I got some of those, or they find out and it's worth a lot more. So that's pretty funny. I love Coast, says Pumpkin now. Yeah, Coast is definitely one of our heavyweight utility teams for sure. I got J-Man. Hey, J-Man. It's been a while. Hey, hello, everybody. Good to see J-Man. And Pumpkin Owl says Power City will be a massive addition with all modules active, says Pumpkin Owl. Absolutely. You are so right. Sandy Beach says you jumped over me. Where's Sandy Beach? Where did Sandy Beach go? Oh, yeah, there we are. I did too. Accident. It was an accident, Sandy. Hello, Hex Token, everybody. Big shout out to Sandy Beach. Woohoo! Sandy Beach, of course, another influence in the space. We do appreciate everything Sandy does. All right. Let's get back into it. Let's get into the ecosystem because Pulsechain ecosystem seems to be growing leaps and bounds. So this was this hot off the press from Pulse Coin List. Pulsechain has 200 projects live on the network. Now, there'll be all sorts of different types of projects, of course. Talk about a groundbreaking launch, 8 months old, and the community has built a larger DeFi ecosystem than other chains with grant programs. Obviously, no grant programs except for, the maybe a dozen. How many sacrifice? No, we probably had more than that. We had a couple dozen sacrifice programs. But there was no grants, right? It was all community funded. Full ecosystem map and guide on every project. Now you can find that at Pulsechain Loin. Pulsecoin. What am I saying here? Pulsecoin list. Did I say Pulse Loins? I don't know. That was hashtag family channel. Pulsecoinlist.com and /map. And of course, they got their latest map update there. And I've got it here. So just download it here. They got 178 projects on here, but apparently there's 200 now. They got all the DeFi projects listed in here. They got tools and dev products here. What else? Other categories? Web3. And we're looking forward to more Web3, right? In fact, I think they're missing one of the game files off Web3 here. So where's that? That's definitely gone. It's on another category. Anyway, on-ramp, off-ramps. Of course, they got Coast in there. Content here. I might have to go through this list myself just to double check everything's in the right place and stuff. We got wallets here as well. We got privacy, analytics, dexes, bridges, hex-related information sites, and I guess derivatives. We've got community sites here. Now, we've got a lot more community sites expected to launch. That's a big area of growth for Pulsechain coming up. Thinking of things like Love.io and other sites. So, yeah, definitely a lot more in that space potentially coming. Social gaming. Yeah, here's Vemp. So, Vemp is Web3 gaming. So, I don't know, that could possibly be up there too. But it is social gaming there. What else there? It's got access to live here in social gaming. Does he have games? Let me know if you're in that access token alive, whether he has games, because it's got him here social and gaming. So let us know. NFT marketplaces, of course, they got 6 in here. We only have 5 live at the moment. Actually, there's 9 in NFT marketplaces that we're going to have at least at this stage. But they've already put in here Pixel Park. Now, Pixel Park hasn't launched yet. That's another Power City project. And of course 9mm is going to have their NFT marketplace as well, so that's added in addition here as well. I think there's a bit of disconnect between their list and the actual map at the moment. This map's understated, 178, but it's pretty good. It's pretty fulsome. NFT projects there. They've got all the NFT projects, but there's many more projects now. I mean, there's so many. So this is actually, there's way more. If you're going to include NFT projects, there's got to be hundreds now, is there? So meme coins, of course, tons of meme coins, more meme coins all the time launching. Different communities launching their own community there. Now, if you can grow your community and keep it up, then yeah, you're going to do pretty well on the meme coin there. They got Love.io in here on the memes coins. That should be in there. Should be over on the social, maybe the community ones here. So a couple of misallocations here, but yeah, otherwise looking good. I don't want to be too overly, critiquing, but there we are. We've got mobile apps as well. Internet money. Yeah, looking good there. So pretty fine list. You can see all the projects. There's many more, of course, but a final list there from CoinList as well. They do a great job, of course, on their website. If you haven't gone to their website, they do have a whole coin list. If you're wondering what coins where and all sorts of stuff, they have lots of different tools and features. They have their token ranking. They have the ecosystems. They have stats, of course. A beautiful site, really, one of our top, I would say, information sites for Pulsechain. So definitely something to use there as well if you want to get access to all this. So I'll post CoinList site in there if you want to check it out. Definitely one of our top information sites on Pulsechain. Bam, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, coin list. Man, I'm having trouble saying it today. I don't know why that is. That's like I was going to say something else, but that's all right. All right, so that is kind of cool for Pulse coin list there. A cool little ecosystem map for Pulsechain, looking good. Now we do have all these links in our Discord under project links. We've got 3 different types of maps from different community members there. You can check out those, and they all have different perspectives as well. But looking pretty good. That's going to lead us into the Hex Daily Stats, of course, hex.com. Check it out. You can buy Hex and start being a Hex CD miner and start mining Hex. Obviously, we're waiting for the results, so we'll probably get into that too. I'm not sure what day results we're waiting for, but I think it's day 15. We got day 15, 14. Let's see what the price is there. So day 1514, 24th of January, we had the price at 8400th of a penny, down 1%. The payout per T-share has been really, really nice, 6.8. What else there? The APY was 39.31% for existing T-share miners. How many T-shares there? So T-shares up a little bit last couple of days. We'd have a big down day, 50,000, but we're back at 9,574,000 at the moment in the T-share pool. That's kind of the ownership pool or the CD miner pool. We got lock percentage coins, 9.3%. Pretty modest penalties the last couple of days, but of course 4 days ago we had massive penalties at 44.4 million. Pretty awesome day for T-share miners. And the growth numbers, let's see how we had a big down day yesterday, 360, but today 7, down 7 today. Miners at 190,073, down 7, holding on to that number there. And I think we're going to go down below 119 unless you become a CD miner today. Then that keeps the numbers growing right there on Ethereum. Now we don't have Pulsechain number out yet. That's probably going to be out a bit later, but that is where we are at the stage. So kind of cool. Hex.com, check it out. Don't wear it out, but check it out. Now, we're expecting Bristol to launch this weekend, but we've got all these other projects coming up to launch some really, really cool stuff. Tetra, of course, is going to be launching Stratus and Atlas, more Tetra pools. Win-Win coming up in February. Power City, of course, imminent. Not imminent, but soon. 2 more weeks. I don't know. So it's coming pretty closely. TRH, TYCZ, PUSD. They're all in play as well. I did have covered PUSD the last couple of days, so not covering it today. M Pro, of course, coming up with more of their protocols and things like that, like NFT marketplace. So lots of cool stuff as well. And of course, there's many more other projects launching on Pulsechain than what we see here. But Bristol next, possibly this weekend. And of course, that's going to be a front end for liquid loans. And then Power Cities can't be too far away, right? The big blue chip about to land the Juggernaut aeroplane onto Pulsechain is arriving at the airport, Pulsechain Airport near you. That's kind of the bullish aspect there. Man, oh man, what a day. There we are, folks. We've covered it all, I think, for today. We've covered a lot of the charts and a lot of this and that, a lot of the cool new features coming to Pulsechain from some of our top teams. It really is a pretty cool place to be on Pulsechain. And passive income galore. Man, so many dexes and farms and things like that you can really check out. Staking, of course, if you like less risk, there's a lot of staking sites. You can do it. Sugar Beet's a good one, other ones like that. So good place to earn passive income, especially as we're near the beginning of the bull market. Let me see here. Poor Sandy, says the pumpkin owl. Poor Sandy. Yeah, Sandy's all fine. Sandy's fine. Sandy's trying to keep warm at the moment because it's snowing and stuff like that where she lives. Good to see you, Suitman, says J-Man. Good to see you. And what else there? And now we dance, says First Abdul. Yeah, J-Man could enjoy the dance as well. Poor Sandy getting rich on Pulsechain. Yeah, poor Sandy. Yeah, Sandy knows how to play Pulsechain. Sandy is very good at it. Super can jump higher than the tallest building, says Wookie. That is true. What's that? Pulsechain pumped from Jefferson. Absolutely. We got Valiant in the house there. Hey, Valiant, good to see you. QQ says, I checked. I got $1.15 worth of Hocus. Either I got it free or I bought the top a long time ago. Says QQ. That's funny. That's pretty funny. Actually, let me check. I'm gonna have to check. Let me just give me a second to check what that was. I think I might be able to answer that question. Let me have a look. Chicken. No, I have to go to the directory. Let me go to the directory. I think that might have finished there. Let me have a look. Bam. All right, so who asked that? Hocus Pocus says, Was Hocus Pocus a sacrifice project or an airdrop? Now, apparently it was a sacrifice project. They raised about $216,000. That was based on hexpulse.info site. And you can see that here. Bam. That is Hocus Pocus. It's funding there. Bam. All right. Good question. Maybe Hex Token will utilize Pulsepot to give the wheel a spin for us, says Pumpkin Owl. Yeah. Hey, look, I might end up doing that too. Might end up doing some little live streams with the Pulsepot. That'll be a bit of fun. That might actually happen, Pumpkin Owl. I'd actually thought of that myself. I need to grab some PLP. You mean some liquidy tokens, or are you talking about PLSP? Maybe provide some supply. Blobfish King as well, looking good with the emojis. Welcome, Blobfish King. And Sandy there is laughing at the rest of the conversation that we've been having, I'm sure. Thank you, Sir Pumpkin Owl. You're most welcome. That would be a blast. Yes, do cover some Pulsepot games. Yeah, I might just do that. All right. I had thought of it myself the other day, but I haven't done anything with it yet. But hey, you never know. I think Randy Alaski, he has a game session, doesn't he, on his live streams? He does every so often. He has a game show day. It sounds like fun too. It's always good to have a bit of fun on the YouTube. That would be a blast. It would indeed. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed today and rocking it on there. Opportunities abound on Pulsechain. Either speculating, buying some blue chip utilities for the bull market, or passive income opportunities. Really is lots of different things that you can do on Pulsechain. So good times in rock and roll. All right, take care, everybody. Don't forget to join our Discord. Links in the video description. And of course, we're there all the time. It's 24/7. And we have a crypto helpline. The community helps out with a lot of answers. And we have an awesome, amazing community moderator and leadership team in the Discord. So it's a place to be. If you love Pulsechain and Hex, get in there. We also have a strategy club if you like multi-chain opportunities for the bull market. We talk about a lot of those opportunities there as well. So you can join Strategy Club or just join the Pulsechain Discord. Both are good. Now, if you do join Strategy Club, you get Pulsechain Discord included. So there we go. Nice one. We love your Hex tokens, says Pumpkin. I appreciate that. And thank you, Hex Token, for Sandy Beach. You're most welcome. Let's play out some fun music on the way out. It is a sunny day here in New Zealand at the bottom of the world. Standing proud of the broadcasting from the bottom of the world. It is cool. All right, let's play out some cool music though. Oh, here we go. Let's go. All right, peace out. Take care. Bye for now.
Well, I drifted off again at work, thinking about Pulsechain. And occasionally I think back to that twerk, Richard Hart bringing his game. Well, I didn't make the sacrifice 'cause I came too late, but day one I'm still making it rain. Oh, I drifted off again at work, thinking about Pulsechain. I woke up in a sweat last night, dreaming about Pulse X. Won't be long before I'm going to bed wearing a Rolex. There's so much to love about it, I can't pick my favorite. It's almost better than sex. Well, oh, I woke up in a sweat last night, dreaming about Pulse X. If you wanna be set up for life, you better stake your hex. Might as well start with 5, a financial suplex. Generational wealth is just a click away. It's a Nobel Prize worthy flex. If you wanna be set up for life, you better stake your hex. Hex, a financial suplex, a Nobel Prize worthy flex. You better stake your head.